or you have baby mama drama. So what you need to do is make sure you're getting to work on time, make sure you're getting safe. We just got our food. We can ready to get on the road and drive. So our seatbelts on. We got to adjust our center mirror, our side mirrors, make sure they're properly. We got to have our seat back because even though we're single dad, we're still cool. We got our hat on, we got our Ray-Bans, we got our vest. We're looking good because it's Wednesday and we might go to an after hours place, if you know what I mean. So we got to make sure we're safe out here. We got gas because we went to the station last night. So we got to get out here right now. We got to be careful. Okay. We dropped our daughter off at daycare, right? And then we got to get to work and deal with all this people. So we got to be safe out here, and we have to look and just be aware because a lot of people want to try to hit us because they're in a hurry, such as this creepy van. So we got to go to the end of the driveway. You know, people act crazy about food places, right? And that's what I found out. So we have to get on the road, get to a downtown area. Got a lot of traffic. We got to get it, man. We can't play. We're running late because we dropped off our daughter. So let's go. Oh. It's always the grind in the morning. I'm always telling you the truth. You see me every day doing this. And you got to be ready mentally for people on the road. We've seen a lot of police. Last night we saw 5 police cars. There's one over here to the left. Must be National Police Day or something. No cap, no hate, but they're out here doing their job. And if you're driving crazy out of pocket, you're going to get pulled over. So why even get yourself in that situation? Have your license, have your insurance. And we all know about bills. You got to pay your bills. Sometimes things are late. Sometimes they're good. You know, did you see yesterday that Donald Trump purchased a Tesla just to let know that it's okay to buy a Tesla and their stock are falling down? I'm just trying to buy a used boy, right? I'm not going to pay $60 for the one I want, a Model 3 long range all-wheel drive performance, so I can take everyone's money in the area because they're not ready for it. But I'll buy a used one and get it at half the price, get a plug installed. I do have a level 2 plug at my house that's 220. All we have to do is actually install the wall-mounted unit. And speak of the devil, you see that beautiful electric vehicle to the right? That thing costs like $80K. What would you want? One of those to the right, that Blazer, or would you want a Tesla? Hands down the Tesla, and then the Ford Mach-E. If I'm going to get one, it's going to be loaded, and then I'm going to teach people how to drive. So that's a beautiful car, no doubt, but I can't pay $80. It's too much. It's nice though. That boy is big. Even though I'm in a hurry, I'm trying not to tailgate. I'm just going to take my time. Whatever the traffic does, it does. But we got to have safety in mind. It's no accident. And many of you are not parents yet, but when you become a parent, your child becomes your life. You worry about them. Are they okay? Are they in a fight? Are they sleeping? Are they upset? If you don't have a child, your parents really love you and worry about you all the time. This is just the beginning of my trip, so I can't say, oh, I'm here, because I'm not. I've never been a tailgater because I know how dangerous that is, and if you rear end someone, you'll be at fault. So, and I've been in accidents before. It sucks taking your car to the body shop. They never really fix it. Oh, there's a Grand National. Do you guys even know what a Grand National is and the performance potential of that? Because in order to grind and teach people, you gotta love cars, you gotta love people. As a dad, you want to have room. You know, Ram 1500's nice. F-150. This car is pretty nice too. That Traverse all-wheel drive. We almost bought one of those. Almost. The sandwich is dry. My child wouldn't even eat this. People are driving very slow right now. You notice whenever you're in a hurry, people drive slow. Just a lot of heavy traffic. And those of you who have younger children, you know, you just get there when you can. You're trying to pick up your son or daughter, and the traffic moves crazy slow. You're behind a beginning driver, slow driver in their 20s. Just nothing you can do. And this is how it's kind of like. And then, you know, your son or daughter's the last one at daycare, and they're charging you about a minute. So there's nothing you can do. But when you're driving, you'll find pockets of traffic that you can go faster or slower, or they crawl. So you just kind of not try to tailgate and just keep room. And also, when you have a child, you got to put their safety first in front of your selfish needs. Good morning. Hey, how are you doing? We're talking about how to drive as a single dad. You know, you got to get your son or daughter to daycare. You got to get to work. It's tough. It's a grind. Do you have a child? I saw you said good morning. Do you have a child, son or daughter? Traffic is starting to open up a little bit so we can go faster, but if we go too fast, we're going to get a ticket. Oh, you got a son. You understand how I feel. It's crazy pressure, right? You want to provide for your son. You don't want your son looking bad in school and, you know, clothes all messed up. That is pressure, right? That's pressure. And then my son is into skateboarding, so you know we getting all the skateboarding shoes, the hats, the skinny jeans. That stuff is expensive, right? But then he's getting ready to get into sports. And if you're traveling back and forth, you know how traffic is. You know, you wish you had a twin to pick your son or daughter up from daycare, or probably you had your relative, your your mother or your father or the grandparents, because you know why? They can have your son or daughter, take care of them, and then you got to come and feed them and change their stinky diaper. Traffic is moving crazy slow. But there's nothing I can do right now. I think also you think about your son or daughter. Let me get over. You also think about your son and daughter. You know, are they doing good in school, or are they the kid that causes problems? Yes, I feel you. But I think a lot of parents are pushing their kids to do a lot of things they couldn't do. You know, sports, travel, hockey, volleyball. They have these little leagues that are younger and younger, but you got to watch those coaches with the background check. Okay, you got to check out everyone, and don't be that parent that's fighting at your son or daughter's game. That's so embarrassing. I have some crazy videos that I'm gonna put together. Yes. And then, of course, you know, the car seat in the back, you're always cutting your hand up, putting that thing on. You can never get the seatbelt all the way through. You got to stretch it. There's that SS. Hey, fam, I have to tell you, that black Trailblazer SS, I had one, and it got stolen. And why did I bring my son to the east side to look for this truck? My truck got stolen. This is way before I was on social media. They stole my SS Trailblazer. And my son was like, Dad, I don't want to be in some truck that some guys rode in and stole your truck. My SS, if you don't know, it was SS3, all-wheel drive, had the Corvette race engine in there, and it was a monster, right? The Flowmasters, dual exhaust, E-fan. I used HP tuners. And then, you know, we got out on the road and did some highway runs. I can't tell you how fast we were going. But when you're younger like that with your kid, you do crazy stuff. Okay? And then when you get older, you think about, did I influence my son or daughter? Oh, someone's getting on that gas. You know, we did have one minivan. If you have a minivan, put yes in. Like, this car's going so slow. What is going on with this Traverse? We're just cruising like 35. It's 45 miles an hour. And this is how people really feel. So I'm really sharing with you how people really feel today. You know, we want to be safe, but we want to get where we're going. And this is where a lot of people just like road rage and cut you off and tailgate and do the middle finger. I've never done that, and I never will, because I try to control my emotions. You know, we all have the potential to road rage. But I think as soon as your child is born, your life changes, man. You're going to have to get up. I was the one to get up all the time. And you have no sleep. Your life belongs to your child. Okay? Can I get an amen on that, right? And then you look at the world differently. There are a lot of predators out here. You know, daycares, gyms. Amen. In real life. And, you know, we can understand what's going on, and you look at life differently. I get there when I get there. If my boss is mad, they just mad. If my child is sick, I'm gonna tell my boss. And that's one way you quit your job and you find out if you have a good boss. Thank you. If they don't understand that, hey, I have a child and they're sick, I can't be here, or I have to take my child in. And you get a chance to see how parents really take care of their kids. You know, the biggest thing I see is haircuts, man. These kids have a big bush of hair. Yes, get a freaking haircut. You know, my hair is really short. I'm almost bald, okay. My hair is really short, but I get a fresh crispy. It's looking good. At least braid your child's hair, or just give a nice, good haircut. You know, I see a lot of schools out here. They could be doing so much. You don't know, but schools have washers and dryers because we had a female have an accident, if you know what I mean. So you got to be able to wash those clothes. And she had to use my phone to call her mom. Can I use your phone? Can I use your phone? I'm like, go ahead. Her mom was like, call your dad. Her dad didn't do anything. Because when you're driving, you just have so much more emotion when you have your child in the car. You're like, man, I got to be careful, but I got to get to work. Like all of this. They're going crazy slow. But there's nothing we can do. And if you're road raging or cussing in your car, your child hears you. And then they won't be like that. Like this white car, what the heck are they doing, bro? That's stupid, man. What? They're going all the way over to the right. What are they doing? You see this? Bruh. Just cross where the line is broken. It's like that for a reason. Yeah, speeding just isn't worth it because you're gonna rear into someone. You're gonna get a ticket. We saw 5 police cars yesterday. 5. 3 on the road, 2 on the expressway. We were on our expressway drive. And it's a lot of traffic. Oh! They had to get that. Wow, you saw that, man? It's just people driving crazy, man. Like, I had my blinker and I was saying they could have sideswiped me. Now they're going to try to brake check me. And I'm advocating safe driving, right? I'm trying to just back off. I feel violated. I'm angry. I'm just trying to take my time. It's not worth killing myself to, drop off my son or daughter or get to my job. If you have baby mama drama, you're going to have 2 kids. And the mothers, they either don't know about each other, real talk, or they do know. And that's a whole nother situation. I'm just trying to keep my space and look left and right. I'm actually trying to back off of this Jeep so I don't get angry. They're just driving crazy. I got to get away from them. And it's not worth it because people wait till the last second to get over. Get over early. And I understand you want to go about 70 or 80, but when you cut off cars, it's not worth it. And I've missed my exit a couple times. Is it you or me, or are cars moving really slow? You answer me. The speed limit is 70. We're going 50. 50. And every now and then, when you go to work or have to go to daycare, this is what traffic is like. Are a bunch of old people driving? Are a bunch of young drivers driving? It's never like this. And you've seen these videos before. What is going on? See? I almost rear-ended them. 50, yes, 50 and a 70 is slow. Someone has had an accident. Something is going on. And I'm just trying to stay level-headed. But imagine your son or daughter crying in the back. They done pooped themselves, spit up. You know what you're going to do. You're going to pull over to the left. You're going to clean your son or daughter because you can't, I'm real, you can't take your son or daughter to daycare with a poopy diaper. I've been there before. Now, you can pass them off to your mother or dad, but they're going to be like, you are trifling. Okay? They trying to bounce their music and it sounds like crap. I hate cars that have a terrible stereo system and they sound like garbage. Okay, it just sounds like a tin can. If you're gonna pay some money, a good sound system starts around $1,500 to $2,400, right? Good speakers, a good equalizer, a good amp, brand name speakers, good wiring, a good ground, and a heavy duty alternator. There's nothing wrong with that, but do it right. So now we're in the stop and go traffic. There's nothing we can do. And I want you to see this because it's crazy pressure when you have a child. It adds another 15 to 20 minutes. Your child is crying, holding onto you. I don't want you to go. Bro, I got tears in my eyes. I don't want you to go. And you're like, F this job. I just want to be with you. I want to work from home. And a lot of people do change careers like that. So it is what it is. And that brings tears to my eyes, because that's what your son or daughter does when you drop them off at daycare. Even grandma and grandpas, they're doing the same thing. This is like New York, Chicago, the Bronx, downtown Detroit. I guess we wouldn't see Elon here. We wouldn't see Donald Trump, right? I got to crack some jokes. But what does Donald Trump mean to those after-school programs for kids, right? For working parents like you and I. They're going to cut those programs. And there are some programs that are taking advantage. There are home daycares that are taking advantage. They don't have a license. They just get a bunch of kids, and these single moms just swoop up the money. I'm not trying to hate on anyone. I'm just telling you the truth. And you really got to watch who you bring your child to. I like to do investigation. The internet is really good. Sometimes I've stood outside of the daycare and I watch the type of moms and dads come in, because you get a chance to know them when your kid accidentally hits another. See, yep, there's a car broken in. When your kid hits another kid, because they started it. So, but this is a good point. When you got to drop off your son or daughter, you don't know when the traffic is going to be really crazy like this. And you have to have an understanding boss. But if you keep texting, calling your boss, they're going to be like, you're going to get a bad evaluation. And you won't get your bonus this year. The last 3 years, I've got my bonus. Nothing we can do, man. But driving in traffic does make you feel some type of way. Even if I had autopilot, Tesla, it would keep space. You've seen a lot of those videos. Like this white GMC is just tailgating me crazy. Left lane blocked at 9 miles. So they got these message signs. So if I was in a Tesla, it would warn me. So I need to try to get over, if possible. But these fools are not going to let me over. And I'm never going to cut off a truck. That's suicide. I have my blinker on, just nice and gentle. And I'm going to try to roll in. Okay, there I go. That was painless. If you've been out of heavy traffic like this, you don't know. You lose your mind all the time. I really should get over one more lane to the right, because all these people are just going to be cutting over. It's that freaking Tahoe. And that's always a funny name, Tahoe. I've seen people take off the T and A. But I think as a parent, you look at worlds differently. I've never really been on Facebook a lot, but I listen. And we all compare our kids to others. How do they look? Are they nice? Do they have good grades? You just got to take your time. We all need to have grace. What I mean by that, you're going to be late to work. You're going to be late dropping your kid off. And if you have to drop your kid off and hit this traffic, you're going to be like 20 minutes late to work. Everyone's looking at you. Your boss is like, I understand, but you should have got up earlier. We're all tired. Okay? Everyone is tired. I've seen my boss come late a few times, but she's there. I'm not going to judge. Your boss is a role model. She's very understanding. But don't mistake kindness for weakness. Like my coffee's on point. We're moving at 15 miles an hour in a 70. And for young drivers, they don't have patience. Like, if you're 21, 10 years, it's 31. If you're 25, it's 35. It's crazy. I'm teaching a 17-year-old and a 27-year-old how to drive. Kind of the same characteristics. The 27-year-old, is on fixed income, and I'm not arguing. I'm just looking at the traffic. Oh my God, what can I do? Can't do anything. You just want to get off the side of the road and just cut all this traffic, but you can't. And when you're late, or you got to drop your kid off, or your kid is sick, it's a panic mode. It really is. I'm still not going to send an SOS out to my boss. I can, but I'm going to try to sneak in. We have a barcode scanner, so they know what time we get in, right? So they like us coming in at 1:45. It's not going to happen. But some people work from home. Those days are over. I work from home, have multiple classes, making almost double what I make. Amazon and Google and all these companies, they are ending work from home, and then more people are coming in. A few adults I teach, their kids go, are homeschooled, or this just sucks. But I want you to see this. And the thing I like about me showing you how to drive in these situations, it's real life. If a car cuts us off, they cut off. If someone flips their car, which we've seen, or if you almost run out of gas, we see real life. The last couple of days have been really, I had to drive last night to 11. Monday and Tuesday, I had to teach the 27-year-old. I had my segment 2 tonight. Those kids think they know how to drive. They don't. I got my segment 1 tonight. Bunch of under 18 students, and they're scared to drive. That driver needs to shift gears, man. We do have a staff meeting after school. About another week, we're going to be in mid-winter break. There's a lot going on. I'll drive a little bit. Next to me is the immigration police. I'm a legal citizen. I'm a legal citizen, so I don't have to worry. Born and raised in it. Are you a U.S. citizen? If you are, put yes. Yep, Border and Customs Protection. I know you thought I was playing, right? That's that ICE, bro. I'm here legally. When people see that, it means fear. We've had some foreign students that are inconsistent coming to school because they're scared they're gonna get picked up, man. So when you see that Border and Immigration's car to the left, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, they snatching people, bro. Left and right. We've all seen those pictures. It is fast car, all-wheel drive, Hemi in there. I've seen some specials on there, right? Yep, I see the police up there in the tow truck record. And you can buy some of those at a police auction. They well-maintained, crazy miles. They just sit all day running. But, got the roll cage in there. I see the cage in the back. But I'm not trying to draw attention. Always have your ID with you. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm just going to just let people in. So this is like the zipper merge. I'm just going to let people in. I'm going to let that Charger in, baby. They won't mess with me. Okay, you see them antennas, bro. They got radar, cameras front and back. U.S. government, Elon, Donald Trumpy Trump. What you gonna do then? Are they gonna pay increase? Are they cutting them? You see the cage in the back, right? The bars. And those jobs pay good. You know, 79,000. State boys up there, EMS. It's real, bro. Okay, you see them flares on the ground? I haven't seen those flares in a long time. Uh-oh, merchant. Oh, little rear. They did all this for a little rear-end collision. Bro, I thought a car was flipped over. People just be... It was a rear-end collision. I thought something was going to be flipped over. But now your heart's beating. What are you going to do? Speed 100 miles an hour to try to get to work in 3 minutes? Probably yes, but you shouldn't do that. You know. This is true. You're going to see this Mercedes fly by in a minute. They don't know the custom people are there. They're going that Mercedes. I'm not mad. This is what we should have been doing from the beginning. And then sometimes people drive crazy fast, like the people in the Mercedes, and then they rear end someone. I try to stay consistent. But we need a single parent, single father. You know, you're trying to provide what's best for your child because they're going to want to go on trips and have overnights. And, you know, you're going to have that party. Everything's expensive. Chuck E. Cheese's, birthday parties, gifts. You're going to want to have your child looking bummy when they go to a party. You want them to look good. Dad, can I have a play date? Do I know these parents? Can I get a background check? We were lucky. We had a neighbor. Her name is Amanda. We love her. She's in her 30s now. She helped take care of my son. And she's really nice. We're rolling, bro. My heart's pounding. But this is what you do when you're out here like this. And you try to drive as safe as possible. And my foot's literally off the gas, so you can see how we're kind of floating along. I often wonder, can the U.S. Border Patrol pull over people? Would they pull over people? They trying to catch people and take them back to their home country. They're not for traffic enforcement. Another car broken down, abandoned. When you're coming up these ramps, you got to slow down. People drive crazy fast. Coming up with this ramp like 100. So you got to slow down, and I'm squeezing my brakes. I'm in this Impala SS. So I'm just trying to take my time. You know, Nelly used to have a song in my SS, right? And that was great marketing. There's my man's in the panhandling, but really low-key, he works at a church, and I saw him. And I got to come up and squeeze. I cannot blow the stop sign, so I will have an accident. I'm not trying to do that. I'm going to come up and stop. I'm looking for a gap, man. And when I get that gap, I'm going to be out. Here's my gap. There I go. That's what you got to do. There's another Mercedes. I'm not mad. And I'm just taking my time, trying not to freak out. Because you know people don't stop at this. You've seen this before. They go stupid crazy. I'm going to have a complete stop. And then I'm going to turn in. And it's hard, man. People are late. And I got to drive this adult. I'm late to drive this adult. So you just got to pull in easy and just take your time. And parking lots are the most dangerous place. I hope you learned something today. You got to provide first for your child. And we'll talk about this later. Look at my videos. Leave some comments. Bye.